what were you hoping that would achieve? Like, what were you hoping that would solve? Talk us through that.
Yeah, it's funny because when you're in those states, you're not clear. It's not like it's gonna make rational sense, right? You want out of the pain, and you cannot imagine your only way out is death. You think in your mind you've tried everything, and you're like, it's all I got. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. And so that's your only solution. And I tell people all the time, you know, we've had a lot of different spotlighted people who've taken their life. People go, I cannot believe it. And I'm like, you just never know what somebody's going through. And there are certain people that have a high tolerance for being able to put on a good face in order to not burden people.
Mm-hmm.
But what is really interesting is that when you have a plan, sometimes that gives you enough energy to just keep going because you're like, okay, I got a good plan. So if this gets really bad, I know where to go. And you're like, okay, I'm just gonna keep trying to figure this out. But I got this plan. And it's really tough because you don't wanna, for personalities like myself, you don't wanna burden anybody. And you're like, look, if I can't figure out how to get out of this, nobody else is gonna be able to figure this out either. That was a really, really it's a really painful time. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry, Jada.
I'm really grateful that I found a way out. But I think about people who don't find it. And I wish there was like one thing I could say, one piece of advice, you know, like what would you tell somebody in a situation like that? And all I can ever say is please just keep going, keep trying, keep walking, trust. Because if you trust, and I know how difficult it is, you know, for people who are in it, like that's easy for you to say. But if you keep trusting, the universe will open a door. And I know how hard it is to just wake up and keep it going. Because for me, it was hard just waking up in the morning. If I could get to 4 o'clock, I was like, okay, you made it another day. Being able to have enough strength to just get up, get out of bed, put clothes on, get through your day, and let no one know that you're struggling. It is so hard. I feel really blessed. You know, when plant medicine came my way, it saved my life. And I know that there's still a lot of whatever around plant medicine, but I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm not saying that that's for everybody, because my way out was a rugged 4 nights. And it was just my thoughts. Thoughts about myself. It was just my self-hatred. The level of self-hatred you have that I have had to want to take my own life. And I had to walk 4 nights to clear up, look at, be with that level of self-hatred. I was like, you want to talk about walking through the valley of the shadow of death. But I'm really grateful for that experience because after that one night, I never thought about suicide again.
Yeah, after the ceremony.
After the ceremony. And it was really my last resort. I was like, okay, this has been brought my way. I'm going to try this. And it worked. Praise God. Thank you. That's a really painful place for me still. And just thinking about how many people are sitting in that place. It really breaks my heart. Trusting God. That's those moments where I just have to just be like, God, these are your children. You will take care. And I pray that, God, you will provide the door you have provided for me.
Thank you for being so vulnerable with us. I want to give you a big hug. Can I come on and give you a big hug?
You can give me a hug, Jay.
I'll give you a hug.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. You've been such a wonderful friend. You really have. You've been by my side through some really tough stuff. Only for more tough. Only for more challenges to come along the way.
I'm so glad I wouldn't have had the fortune of getting to meet you, and I'm really glad that you were so vulnerable with us just now, because I really feel like there's more people than we think that have those thoughts.
Trust and believe it.
Yeah, there's
Trust and believe it. There's people